Hello, greetings and salutations, everyone. This is I, Flip the Bacon. Now, unfortunately, my video here didn't record the mic audio. I'm having problems with my GeForce Experience not recording audio sometimes on some of my videos. It's a very frustrating thing that I gotta look into working around. I might have to find another way to record my audio. So now, in this video here, I am doing a recording of the Welcome Bundle that you could buy on Hearthstone. Now, this is limited to one count. One purchase per account, which is $4.99. You get the Welcome Bundle, which gives you a random legendary card from the old classic cards, and then 10 classic card packs. And in this video, I'm going to go through and opening all of them for you here. As you can see here, my legendary random card I got was Edwin Van Cleef, which is a 3/2/3 card, which its combo is gain +2/+2 for each card played earlier this turn, which makes him really ridiculously powerful. I really wish the audio would have recorded on this. It was rather unfortunate that I'm having to re-record for here. I'm using Windows Movie Maker, which is a real bum deal. But yeah, for whatever reason, the GeForce Experience did not pick it up. So we're going to move on here to the packs. We're going to open up the 10 packs, and I'm going to re-narrate everything that happened for you guys so you can kind of see what happened. But yeah, I do this little ritual here. You'll see where I spin the cards around. I explained in the video that you can't hear because the mic didn't record, but I do this thing because I feel like it's like good luck, gives me better cards, even though I know that's ridiculous and has no effect on what kind of cards I get. So yeah, we're gonna end up opening up each one here. I always open up the rares, epics, or anything else last. And now because I'm using Windows Movie Maker here, I can't see the names of the characters, so I might get these wrong. This is like an Earthseer or something, which is a 3/3 all class card. His battle cry is restore 3 health, and then the mage card we just opened here is a 1/1/3. When you cast a spell, get +1 attack, I think, with this card. Really good mage card. It's still a staple card to this day in some mage decks. And then Repentance here, which is whenever your opponent summons a minion, reduce its health down to 1. I had a bunch of these cards I already had, but it's nice to get some more. It was really fun to do this. But yeah, that Cly up there, you still use them in a couple decks, that Earthseer, or whatever his name over there. But yeah, this next card is a 1/1/1, which is a young Dragon Hawk with Wind Fury. Wind Fury lets you attack twice. Not very great card. It was okay, I think, back in the day. I think I used it in some 100 decks when Hearthstone first just came out. And our first rare of the day is Head Crack, which is deal 2 damage, or 2 or 3 damage to opponent. And if they use in a combo with this card, return to your hand at the end of your turn. But yeah, that's our first pack there. Nothing too super good, nothing too bad. And then we're doing our spin, hoping for some good luck, seeing what we got here. And our second pack, I think, only has another one rare card. So we're going to open up, and I think we got another Repentance. I think we get like 2 or 3 of these in these videos. It's kind of ridiculous. This is a 0-cost priest card, which restores 4 health to all enemies or all minions. And then we got the Light Spawn, which is a 4/0/5, and its attack is equal to its health at all times, which was a great card. I remember building a couple I called them Build the Bear decks back in the day. I used to play Wild TC, the Wild trading card game. I still have a bunch of copies of it, the physical copy, and you just build up his attack and you can like one-shot people. And this one is Noble Sacrifice, which summons, I can't remember if it's a Squire or a Paladin, which is a 2/1 to take the damage instead of whatever minion that gets attacked. Whenever a opponent attacks a minion, summon that guy instead, and they take the damage. And then we got Lightning Storm, which is do 2 to 3 damage to all enemy opponents, which was a staple card for like fast, like Murloc decks. Overhaul or Overload 2. I really hated Overload 2, by the way. It was not one of my favorite things. So you see us spinning here. We're like, oh man, I really hope I get something good this time. So what we got here going on? We got, I think, only another rare. So we got another Mana Worm, which you guys already know what does. This guy is Thrallmar Earthseer or Farseer. I can't remember, but he's a 3/2/3. This was kind of good with Wind Fury, so he attacked twice. I remember using him a few times in my early decks. And this one is, I can't remember the name of it, but it's give a friendly demon +4. Or I think it might be minion +4/+4, and then they die horribly at the end of the turn. You can see those using Tavern Balls to get some kind of crazy things for Warlock deck. And then we got Acolyte of Pain, which is whenever this minion takes damage, draw a card. Yeah, I've used that in a few couple different decks. Usually Tavern Brawls, I never really saw competitive play in any of my decks, really. Maybe back in the day, but I can't remember. And this one is Imp Master. At the end of the turn, deal 1 point of damage to this minion and summon a 1/1 imp. That still sees some use, I think, sometimes. Not as much as it used to, but it's a 3/1/5 cost. And all right, we're moving on to pack 7 here. We're doing a ritual spin of good luck and get stuff, which actually doesn't do anything. And let's see, just 1 rare. And what do we open up here? Oh yeah, this is a South Sea Swashbuckler, I think. I can't remember. I can't read the card, but he has charge. If you have a weapon equipped, he's a 1/2/1 all class. This card's really good. It's something apprentice, a sorcerer's apprentice, I think, which was a 2/3/2, and your spells cost 1 less. I definitely used this back in the day for a couple things, and it's really good for Tavern Brawls, certain Tavern Brawl modes still. And then we got the famous 0/1/1 imp, or not imp, wisp, all class. And then this one is Shadow Step, which is return a friendly minion to your hand, and it costs 2 less. That's definitely been used in a lot of like mill decks, rogue mill decks, where they mill you out. And I'm really glad to get this as my rare, which is the SI7 agent, which is a 3/3/3. Really good solid 3/3/3 card, and does deal 2 damage. It's a combo card. Definitely one of my favorites there. I was glad to get that. And then we're spinning this round, a ritual spin around, hoping for the best. And we're like, yeah, let's get some good stuff. And we got 2 rares and epic. I was like, oh man, super excited. Can't wait to see what we get here. So we go ahead and we open up this, which is Lightning Bolt, which is do 2 damage, overload 1. Yeah, that was definitely used a lot back in the day. I don't think so much nowadays. And then our other card here is another Repentance Paladin card. That's the one that reduces their health down to 1. And our first rare here is, I was really excited because it was a golden rare. I'm like, yeah, which is Defender of, I think it's Argon or August, which is Battlecry, give adjacent minions +1/+1 and taunt. Now that's a fantastic. I think his price went up. I think he used to be a 3/2/3, but now he's a 4/2/3. Don't definitely quote me on that. If I was wrong, please leave a comment there. I was really excited to have that. That's still used a couple times in some of my decks. And then with this one was really cool, which was an Emperor Cobra, which is a 3/2/3. And this one is destroy any minion damage by this minion, and I use that a lot, especially back in the day with my hunter deck to destroy certain things. And then our first epic card is well, it was the Big Game Hunter, which is a 5/4/2. Now it's not necessarily as good as it was back in the day, but this was still really fun. It was an all class card, which was Battle Cry was destroy a minion with 7 or more attack. Yeah, it was really good end game if your opponent had like big hitters. It's not necessarily as good as it was once upon a time. And yeah, we're just checking it out. I'm like, yeah, so blah blah blah. But yeah, I explained before, I used to play a lot of the WoW TCG back in the day. It was really fun, the physical copy before Hearthstone came out. And now this one, I think we end up with an epic and a rare. Now I was like, yeah. So this one is Fork Lightning, which does 2 damage to 2 random enemies with an overload of 3 or 2. I remember, I'm like, that's ridiculous. I'd never take that. Overload is where you don't get to use it. Spends future mana costs, so you don't get those. And Betrayal, this is an essential, I think, rogue card sometimes still days. And Betrayal is force an enemy minion to deal damage to its adjacent minions, like its attack. So like you would make a, like if something was a 3, it would do 3 damage to the minions adjacent to this. And then we got another, whatever this guy is. I can't read his name. I don't remember. I don't remember names very well. And then this was a card you would still see. You see these using at Azure Drake in a lot of decks, I think, still. Especially for Tavern Brawls, which is spell damage +1, Battle Cry, draw a card. I mean, that's 2 good things, especially for decks that use a lot of magic damage. And then this is where you'll see me like super freak out and flip out. You'll see me like raise my hand. I'm like a golden epic of the Murloc War Leader. Now, I don't know if you guys know her much. You'll see me here. Like you can probably see me lip. Murlocs are my main deck I use in Hearthstone. Like, and they were even my main deck back in the WoW TCG trading card game. I was super excited. I don't have any gold Murloc cards, I don't think, really. And I was like, wow, I got the golden Murloc card. This is so ecstatic. I'm so excited. I can't believe I got this. This is like one of my most happy moments so far while playing Hearthstone, was getting this Murloc War Leader, which is a 3/3/3. And he is, as all other Murlocs have, +2/+1 while he's out in the field. This is what makes and breaks a lot of Murloc decks. It just makes them overly good and super awesome. All right, now we're spinning our 4th pack here and throwing it down. I think we end up with another epic and another rare, like 3 epics in a row. That's so amazing and so exciting. This guy is a youthful beer, I think a youthful brew master, and his battle cry is return a friendly minion from the battlefield to your hand. 2/3/2. I mean, that's a pretty good card for like stat wise for you know, early classic games or cards. And he was using a lot of rogue decks. And then this guy is a, I think he's a Squire Silverhand Knight, which is a 5/4/4, and he summons a 2/2 Squire. And this is Blessing of Wisdom. When this is choose a minion. Whenever that minion attacks, draw a card. So you could use that on your opponent's minions, and I've used that before to keep them from attacking me. And that's actually won me games. Was like when they attack me, that I would end up drawing a card. That's definitely a good card either way, especially if you don't want them attacking with a certain character. And this guy, I think this guy was nerfed. I can't remember exactly how he was nerfed. If he costs more, if they reduce, I think he might have been a 4/2/3. But it's choose one, deal 2 damage, or silence a minion. I remember that. So that was a really good Druid card. Still, I think pretty good to this day, even maybe with the cost. And then my epic here was a 7/5/5. Was an Ancient of War. And this one is choose one, +5 attack, or +5 health and taunt. Now, that was an essential card definitely back in the day for Druid decks. And now we're spinning our deck. Is this number 2 or 3? I can't remember. This must be pack 3, I think. And I think we only end up with 1 rare here. Oh man, I can't believe whatever reason why I didn't record. And this one is something imp, and I can't remember, a blood imp. And this one has stealth. This minion has stealth, and at the end of your turn, give another friendly minion +1 health. Mark of Nature, which was an amazing Druid card for 3 costs. And this one is choose one, give a minion +4 attack, or give it +4 health and taunt. Now, I've used that a lot. I still feel like that's probably in a lot of Druid cards nowadays. Super duper good for buffing some guys and just making it ridiculous. And this one is, I can't remember what it is, the name of it is, but I know the picture. And this one is choose 2 random demon cards from your deck, or demon minions, and put them in your hand from your deck. So yeah, choose 2 random minions from your deck and add them to your hand. And this one is mirror something, and this is a mage card that's really good, +3. And I've seen this gets ridiculous in Tavern Balls, which is secret, is whenever your opponent summons a minion, summon a copy of that. When your opponent summons a minion, summon a copy of that. Not whenever, but you only get 1 copy out of that. And that was an amazing 3-cost card there. And our rare for this deck is it was Feral Spirits. I was really excited to get this because I don't have any of these, and I never spent points to get them, which is, it's a 3-cost Shaman card, and it summons 2/3 Spirit Wolves with Taunt. And the Overload was, I think, only a 2-cost. And I was like, wow, that's pretty good. So I got a few cards I haven't got out of all this, and then we're moving on to pack 2. We're spinning around with the good luck spin, you know. Woo, spinning around, good luck. Hope we get something good. Yeah, I do a lot of seeing, and I think we only end up getting 1 rare here. And this one was a Worgen something. I can't read its name, which is 1/2/1, and it had stealth. I remember using that a few times back in the day. And this is an amazing card here, especially nowadays, which was Inner Rage, which is a 0-cost word card. And that's deal 1 damage to it in a minion. And give it +2 attack. I've used that, and that's really good in rage decks when you have a lot of enraged monsters. It definitely helps. And then we got another Light Spawn, which you already know what that is. And then this was an amazing card that got nerfed. I think it used to be a 2-cost, 2/2/1. And this was a Battlecry Silent Minion. That was way abused back in the day, and they had to nerf it. And then the Arcane Golem, which is a terrible epic, which is a Battlecry. Give your opponent a a mana crystal. Never in my life would I ever want to give an opponent mana crystal, especially early on like that, especially for a 3/4/4. There's so many better 3/4/4 cost or 3 cards out there with like 4/4 attack that you can use. There's an ogre that's like 50/50 chance of swinging and beating someone. And here we are opening up our last pack, getting crazy, doing our good luck spin, hoping for the best. And I think we only get one rare out of this as well. And we got another one of those 3/3. I think it's Earth Ring Seer or something like that. Earth and Ring Seer. And that restores 3 health. And this is a really cool Warlock card that you still see around nowadays, which is Demon Shrine. I can't remember what. It does 2 damage to a minion. If that minion is a demon, give it +2/+2 instead. I believe that's how that's worded. I can't. You have to quote me on that. I'm so bad about this stuff, and I really again would say I wish I would record this because I have to do auditory over this. And then I didn't know you could even get golden commons, as you'll see me say there. I think at least Lippet, which is a flesh crawling or flesh eating ghoul, and whenever a minion dies, gain +1 attack. That one does. And I've seen tavern brawl games where this guy like turn 2 or 3 has got up to like 7 or 8 attack. It was really ridiculous. It's just really super good for like those things. Other than that, it's not that great of a card. Our other common here is Mind Control, I think, or something like that. Thoughtful something. I don't know. It's a priest deck, and what it does is look at your opponent's hand, I think, or deck, and then randomly choose 2 cards or make 2 copies of those cards and put them in your hand. I really didn't like this card because like I don't really like, most times I don't think class like other classes or cards outside the priest class give you good cards. And then this guy was Abomination, I think it was his name. He's a 5/4/4, and he has taunt, and his death rattles deal 2 damage to all enemy or to all characters. So he just blows up the whole board. I never liked that. There's a different Abomination which drops like a protector. That's a 3/2. I like that a lot better. And so you'll see me here saying, yeah, this was the welcome bundle pack that you could buy from Hearthstone for $4.99. You get a legendary legendary card, a classic legendary card, and then 10 classic packs. And then you'll see me go on here to say that no, stay tuned because I'm going to be doing this week's Tavern Brawl, and I apologize for getting it out so late. And then I was also mentioning that I'm starting tomorrow, Sunday. I'm going to be doing a special. I'm going to actually have a set schedule, and I was kind of give you guys heads up on that. And stay tuned for this weekly Tavern Brawl. And as you can see, as I say, flip that bacon. Goodbye, and I'll see you next video. Goodbye. That's my